So wine number two, Forge Cellars on Seneca Lake. This is their Pinot Noir Classique 2019. I picked this wine for a couple of reasons, and I'll explain. April 10th is an initiative, an event called Open Local Wine Night. I gave you an introduction to that with the March value wine offering, that Field White from Herman Weimer, who I think really is sort of the premier producer right now in the Finger Lakes. Forge is right up there, and Forge has really been making their name on bone dry, crisp Rieslings, but they do make fantastic Pinot Noir and Cabernet Franc, and April 10th is Open Local Wine Night, and I'm a big proponent of that. You've heard me talk about this. You've read pieces that I've written, maybe about Open Local Wine Night. There's some fantastic producers out there, and they really deserve and need our support. And my focus has been on smaller producers, family-owned, artisanal production, and there's I love to bring home the point that there's a lot of really good wine being made in the Northeast. So this is just a really beautiful Pinot Noir coming from the Finger Lakes. There's a number of really good Pinot producers up there too. It's not all about the Riesling. The cool thing is Rick Rainey, who's one of the co-owners and one of the two co-owners of Forge Cellars, is going to be our guest on April 14th for our Zoom chat. And another reason why I chose this wine is because when we start talking about the third wine, there's a connection between the two, which I will explain. So April 10th, Open Local Wine Night. You can open your wines then or save it. There's some other good Finger Lakes wines. If people want suggestions on other wines in the Northeast to get, just let me know and I will lead you to it. As I said, I'm bringing some in this month too. This is near and dear to me because the very first virtual event that I did last year was for Open Local Wine Night, and it was to support Beneducci Vineyards, and it was a pretty cool event. I think Mike ended up selling in about 3 or 4 days' notice about 20 cases of wine in our community back a year ago, and that was the first virtual event that I did, and there's been kind of a few since then. So Mike was living in Maplewood at the time, since bought a house out closer to his vineyard out in Pittstown, out in Hunterdon County. But again, I'm a big proponent of this. This is a really good wine. It's not Mike's. He does make a really good Pinot Noir too from Forge Cellars. Again, this is your number 2 wine of the month. And that's it. Next.